Hello, language lovers, and welcome to the Idioms Insight, the podcast where we help you sharpen your English skills one practical step at a time. I'm your host, Yais, and today we're diving into a topic that's the heartbeat of fluent communication: mastering everyday English with daily action verbs. Whether you're a beginner looking to sound more natural or an advanced learner aiming to polish your fluency, this episode is packed with tips, examples, and actionable strategies to help you speak English with confidence. So grab a notebook, a cup of coffee, or just lean in as we explore how action verbs can transform your everyday conversations. Let's get started. So what are action verbs and why do they matter? Simply put, action verbs are the words that describe what someone or something does. Think of words like run, talk, decide, cook, or listen. These are the engines of your sentences. They bring your words to life and make your communication dynamic. In everyday English, action verbs are everywhere, from casual chats with friends to professional emails at work. Mastering them helps you sound clear, engaging, and natural. But here's the thing. Many English learners stick to basic verbs like go, make, or do because they feel safe. While those are great, overusing them can make your speech sound repetitive or flat. Today, we're going to unlock the power of diverse, practical action verbs that you can weave into your daily conversations. Plus, I'll share a simple strategy to practice them so they stick. Ready? Let's break it down. Why action verbs are your secret weapon. First, let's talk about why action verbs are so powerful. When you use precise action verbs, you paint a clearer picture for your listener. For example, instead of saying, I went to the meeting, you could say, I rushed to the meeting, or I strolled to the meeting. Each verb, rushed versus strolled, creates a different vibe. Rush suggests urgency, maybe you were late. Strolled implies you were relaxed, taking your time. These small choices make your English more vivid and engaging. Action verbs also help you avoid vague language. Let's say you're describing a work task. Instead of saying, I did the project, try, I designed the project, I coordinated the team, or I analyzed the data. These verbs show exactly what you did, making your communication more professional and precise. And here's a bonus. Using varied action verbs makes you sound more fluent, even if your grammar isn't perfect yet. It's like adding spice to a dish. It elevates the whole experience. Now you might be thinking, okay, that sounds great, but how do I learn and remember all these verbs? Don't worry, I've got a simple, practical system for you. The key is to focus on daily action verbs, words you can use in real-life situations like at home, at work, or with friends. Today we'll cover three categories of everyday action verbs: household activities, workplace tasks, and social interactions. For each, I'll give you examples, show you how to use them, and share a practice tip to make them second nature. Let's dive into the first category: action verbs for household activities. Let's start at home. Whether you're cooking dinner, cleaning up, or relaxing, household activities are a great place to practice action verbs. Here are 5 verbs to add to your vocabulary, along with examples of how to use them. Tidy. This means to clean or organize a space. Instead of saying, I cleaned my room, try, I tidied my room before guests arrived. It sounds more specific and natural. Whip up. This is a fun, informal verb for quickly preparing food. For example, I whipped up a quick pasta dish for dinner. It's perfect for casual conversations. Scrub. Use this for intense cleaning. Instead of I cleaned the kitchen, say I scrubbed the kitchen counters until they sparkled. Rearrange. This means to move things around to organize them differently. For example, I rearranged the furniture to make the living room feel bigger. 10. This is great for taking care of plants or pets. Instead of, I took care of the garden, say, I tended to the plants this morning. Host, let's practice these. Here's a quick tip. Create a verb journal. Each day, pick one verb, like tidy, and use it in 3 sentences about your day. For example, I tidied my desk before starting work. I tidied the kitchen after breakfast. I tidied my closet to find my favorite shirt. Write them down, say them out loud, or even share them with a friend. This repetition helps the verbs stick in your mind. Try it with whip up, scrub, rearrange, and tend this week, and you'll be amazed at how natural they feel. Okay, let's move from home to the workplace. Whether you're a student, a professional, or running your own business, these action verbs will make your English sound sharp and confident. Action verbs for workplace tasks. In the workplace, action verbs can make you sound more professional and proactive. Here are 5 verbs to elevate your work-related conversations. Streamline. This means to make something more efficient. Instead of, I made the process better, say, I streamlined the workflow to save time. Delegate. This is for assigning tasks to others. For example, I delegated the report to my team to meet the deadline. Brainstorm. Use this for generating ideas. Instead of we thought of ideas, say we brainstormed solutions for the new campaign. Execute. This means to carry out a plan. For example, we executed the marketing strategy flawlessly. Mentor. This is for guiding or teaching someone. Instead of I helped my colleague, say I mentored my colleague on the new software. Host. To practice these, try the context swap method. Take a verb like streamline and use it in different work scenarios. For example, I streamlined my email inbox by organizing folders. We streamlined the meeting by cutting unnecessary topics. She streamlined the budget process to reduce errors. By applying the verb to different contexts, you'll get comfortable using it in real conversations. Do this with delegate, brainstorm, execute, and mentor, and you'll sound like a pro in no time. Now let's get social. Action verbs are key to sounding natural when you're chatting with friends, networking, or just making small talk. Action verbs for social interactions. Social situations are where your personality shines, and action verbs can make your stories more engaging. Here are 5 verbs to try. Catch up. This means to reconnect and talk about recent events. For example, I caught up with my old friend over coffee. Chime in. Use this for joining a conversation. Instead of I added something, say, I chimed in with my opinion during the debate. Vouch. This means to support or recommend someone. For example, I can vouch for Sarah. She's an amazing designer. Tease. This is for playful joking. Instead of, I joke with him, say, I teased him about his new haircut. Rally. This means to gather people for a cause or event. For example, I rallied my friends for a weekend hike. Host. To make these stick, try the storytelling trick. Pick a verb like catch up and create a short story using it. For example, last weekend, I caught up with my college roommate. We went to a cafe and caught up on everything. Her new job, my travels, and even our old inside jokes. Share your story with a language partner or record it on your phone. This helps you practice the verb in a natural, conversational way. Try it with chime in, vouch, tease, and rally. Before we wrap up, let's talk about how to make action verbs a daily habit. Here's a 3-step plan to master them. Learn one verb a day. Pick one verb from today's categories, household, workplace, or social, and focus on it. Look up its meaning, pronunciation, and examples in a dictionary or online resource. Use it actively. Write 3 sentences, say them out loud, or use them in a real conversation. The more you use the verb, the more it becomes part of your vocabulary. Review weekly. At the end of the week, revisit the verbs you've learned. Create a short paragraph or story using all of them. For example, this week I tidied my apartment, whipped up a new recipe, and rallied my friends for a movie night. This reinforces what you've learned. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Idioms Insight. You've got 15 powerful action verbs to spice up your everyday English, plus a practical plan to make them stick. Start small, pick one verb today, like tidy or brainstorm, and use it in your conversations. You'll be amazed at how quickly your English starts to sound more natural and confident. If you loved this episode, share it with a friend who's also learning English, and let me know your favorite action verb in comment. And don't forget to subscribe to Idioms Insight on next week. We'll be exploring how to use idioms to sound like a native speaker, so stay tuned. Until then, keep practicing those action verbs, and I'll catch you in the next episode. This is Jais signing off. Keep speaking, keep learning, and keep shining.